Okay, so um, before we begin, right? So before I talk about other details, let me quickly introduce myself. A lot of you already attended my Sunday class, yesterday's class, the webinar, and you know me. But for the people who joined newly, today is the first class. I just want to quickly introduce myself. I will be your course instructor. I am Sasmitha. I have around 13 plus years of experience, right? Currently, I'm working as assistant general manager in one of the startup fintech startup in India. Prior to this, I worked in different product-based companies, starting with Goldman Sachs, General Electric, right? Also, I worked in different service-based companies like TCS in my early career. I completed my master's from Triple IT in 2016, and after that, I switched to data science. Prior to that, I was working as a software engineer, right? Currently, I'm also a PhD scholar. I'm continuing my PhD in Edge Analytics from same Triple IT. So this is my background. You can find me on LinkedIn, type Sasmitha Data Science. You will find me there. Teaching experience, I'm with Durga for last, think 3 years, multiple batches I have completed here. And also I was visiting faculty in Reva University, Bangalore, and a lot of other webinar and corporate training and a lot of other things I have done, right? In Durgasoft, lot of batches, 20-25 batches I have taken in last couple of years. Okay, so coming back to the curriculum, I'll talk about the curriculum. Maybe the syllabus that has been shared with you is not so detailed, right? So that's the reason I have this demo session. So let me tell you the agenda for today's class, right? So few of you who attended yesterday's class, they knew a lot about artificial intelligence, and they knew a lot about LLM, Chart GPT, large language models, and all, right? So so before you enroll for, let's say me, I just want to upgrade myself. I want to upskill myself, right? So before you take any course, doesn't matter whether this is data science, data engineer, or anything, you need to do a market survey, right? What is trending? What is it should not be like you are taking a course and after that you will not get any job, right? You should see the market, where the market is going. And it is not me, but if you just check Google after release of ChatGPT, everything is towards AI. Everything, entire, even software engineers, data, like there is a kind of competition now. It's going to become a general subject rather than a specialized subject. So AI is very, very common. And you will not believe, recently my nephew, he got admission in computer science and my brother was saying there are 3000 seats in only branch which is kind of you will see is computer science, and in computer science, like every domain has AI in it. So I mean, it is no doubt that doesn't matter. So let me tell you one thing: whether you are switching to AI or not, that's a different story. Whether you can become a data scientist or you will become a data scientist or not, that's a different story. Irrespective of your background, if you want to come into data science, like always before 2023, for any IT technical person, right, they have to learn at least one language. It can be Python or Java or anything. Apart from that, they have to know at least one database. That's a bare minimum requirement for technical field, right? On top of that, a lot of other things obviously you need to learn. But along with Python, I mean, along with language and database, right? Along with language and database, AI is kind of a very, 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 very common field. So you need to upgrade, that is for sure. I mean, there is no doubt about it. Doesn't matter what is your role. You may be a software engineer, you may be a data engineer, you may, you might not be data field, in data field. You might be a network engineer, you might be in DevOps, you might be a web developer. Doesn't matter where you are. If you don't know AI, your job is not secure. So AI is definitely there should be there in the bucket list, whether you learn it from me or you learn it from somewhere else. But artificial intelligence, everyone should know. Language, database, and artificial intelligence, these three things are so common skill set. This is not specialized, right? Why I'm talking so much? Just to clarify one thing, before 2023, people were taking data science course to career transition. So they want to become a data scientist. That's why they are taking data science courses. But after 2023, after this ChatGPT and all, people are taking AI course just for knowledge upgradation, because every field, every domain needs AI. That's why it might not be like for career transition, but still you should have basic knowledge, right? So this question is like so kind of, it's not there in the picture ki after knowing AI will it be beneficial or not. This is not beneficial, this is mandatory, this is one thing that everyone should learn if you want to come into tech. And if you don't know, you mark my words, if you have not a copy pen, I am a general manager, I'm telling you, you will be replaced. If you don't know AI in 2023, within 3 years you will be replaced. Your job is at risk if you are outdated. This is the trend right now, right? Okay, coming back, what is the current situation in our market, right? I have seen a complete, recently I have done a transition, not transition, but I have changed many companies. So I have gone through interview process, and also I am taking interview. So I'll tell you both. I have seen my students going through interview process. So I'll tell you the trend. Till 2022, there was one kind of trend. After 2023, there is another kind of trend, and this trend will be even more prominent in next 2-3 years. What is that trend? That is called full stack, right? Again and again, I'm saying full stack. That era is gone where only with one database and one language you can get a job. That is not there. That's why you can see a lot of report, TCS, Infosys, Wipro, all the service-based companies, right? In the last 25 years, this year they have the low, like the headcount, it has not increased. You can see the report, it is there in Google. In the last 25 years of history, 2023 is the year where the service-based companies have not increased the headcount. Why? Why it has not been increased? Because lot of things has been automated by AI tool, right? And there is no surprise. In future, you will see a lot more like this, right? Many repetitive tasks which we were doing, it will be replaced by AI. There is no doubt. And what is demand? What is the current trend? I'm telling you. Current trend is not freshers. Their companies are not asking for freshers. Companies are not asking for people like me who have 13, 14, 15, or maybe 20 years of experience. These are high risk. Freshers are also like very less job. Who are needed by the company? Middle range people, like 3 to 8 years, like 2 to 3 year experience to 8 to 9 year experience. This is the bucket that company is looking for. Why? This kind of people are not fresher because they already have an industry exposure, and they're not billable so much like a leader, right? If you hire a general manager or like let's say manager or someone, like let's say 30-40 package. But if you hire a person like in this range, maybe 15 to 25 package. But this person, whatever he is doing, this person will also do the same. So this is the highly demanded bracket. Now, many of you might be falling in fresher bracket, or many of you might be falling in this leadership bracket. So both of you, freshers, what is the objective? Freshers should learn a lot of things they should learn, so that quickly they can prove themselves that whatever 2-3 year of experience person has knowledge, fresher has the same knowledge. Right? This is the one thing that the freshers can do. From first year onwards, they need to start preparing. If you are thinking, okay, after fourth year, I will start preparing, not get a job in next two to 3 years. From first year onwards, they need to target internship. They need to start preparing very hard, so that they should be equivalent to 2-3 year experience people, their knowledge. Leadership team, what they should do? They should upgrade themselves super fast. That era is gone where you just will manage a team and you will survive. No, that era is gone. Everybody should write code, or everyone should be a technical person in today's world, right? So leadership team, they already have leadership capability, but they should have to upgrade very fast, right? Now, why all of these things happen? Because of automation, because of AI. AI is killing AI itself. It is killing itself. Means what? Every sector, software engineer, if in 2022 for a team 15 software engineers are there, in 2023 because of AI, maybe 10 software engineers are enough to do the same task. Every sector, even in data science, if in 2022 15 students are, sorry, 15 members are there. In 2023, maybe 5 people will be hired. Lot of things in data science, actually we don't need people. Already it is automated. You ask ChatGPT, give me a code for a customer and customer segmentation. It will give you complete code. And I mean, in a package modular way. I mean, even a best programmer cannot write like that. Are you getting? So every sector is going to be automated. So in this entire world, what I have observed, my observation is engineering is going to become like medical, right? What does this mean? This means in before 2023, mass recruitment was happening. It's like kilos, bastas. We were recruited like bastas, right? 300, 400, 500 placements. TCS, 100, 500 people got hired. No, that is not going to happen anymore in future. If not in 2023, maybe in our children, their generation, in next 5 to 10 years, you can see engineering is going to become medical. Means what? Skilled people. Skill will be valued, not quantity. Quality will be valued. Skilled people will be valued, and their payment also will be a lot more, right? People who are hired for doing stupid things like maintenance job or repetitive things will be replaced. There will be no job like that. Machine can handle. So 10 people, whatever they are doing, one machine and 3 people is enough. Machine will do everything. 3 people will check whether the machine is doing correct or not. Done. So you really don't need anyone to do maintenance or repetitive. Maintenance means what? Calling, taking care of softwares. So all of this maintenance related stuff, what mostly the service based companies are doing, right? The projects they are getting mostly maintenance project. People will agree who are working in service based industry. Very limited development work you will get. So those things mostly it is going to be automated. I'm not going to tell you completely replaced, but out of 100, maybe 60% will be replaced. 40% skilled people will be there. So the whole story, whatever I'm saying since last 10, 15, and this is very scary, not for you, not like for me also, right? I'm also in tremendous pressure, everyone in industry, because this is a next revolution that we are in. After 1990, this 2020, there is a new revolution happened. The complete IT is going to change. We are living in an era of technology. Engineering is equivalent to medical, right? Not everyone will be, I mean, you can get into engineering, but you cannot grow if you are not skilled. Era gera mera like before, what was happening in engineering? Everyone is entering 25,000, 30,000 salary. Okay, fine. You do this, you do that Excel work and all that. No, those things are gone. Skilled people, if you are skilled, any one technology, you should be very much expert. In a level that you can guide a tool, you can validate a tool result. All the task is can be done by AI. People are needed to validate the results, whether AI is correct or not. And anytime the AI is giving wrong result, they can fix the bug or they can ask the right question. You cannot ask a right question if you are not an expert. So only experts will be hired. And this is the generation that we are in. So artificial intelligence is not a story or something like, okay, I am not trying to become a data scientist. I don't learn. I need not to learn. I mean, that jamana is gone, right? It is a need. It is mandatory. I think this point is clear. Now coming back, how the course is designed. If you look at the syllabus, I have not written a lot of detail kind of topic wise, but let me stop my. I don't know how to erase this. 1 second. Is there a erase is there? Undo is there? Okay. Okay, fine. And let me erase it. Right? Erase it. No. Okay, so better to stop and share again. Just right. Let me share it again. It's better. So this is, I mean, this is a situation we are in. Again, same thing. I don't know how to erase the complete thing. Wait 1 second. Is there an option? No. So I need to erase like this. Okay. Okay. So you understood one point that AI is mandatory. Whole story like 10 minutes I'm talking because to convey one message, AI is mandatory. If you don't know AI, you are gone. You are nowhere in the picture. Because in BTech, so I gave you example, right? BTech students, right? They are learning AI in their first year, second year. So if being in IT for 5-7 years, if you don't know, like why the company will hire you? Why not the fresher, right? So freshers are becoming expert now. So expert should become more expert. Are you getting? So skill is valued. Higher education is valued. Quantity doesn't matter, quality matters. Medical and engineering is going to be very similar field. Like anybody cannot become doctor, right? There is an entrance test very difficult, like percentage of clearing the entrance is very less, very limited doctors. Why? Because skill is important. If everybody will become doctor, we will die, right? So skilled persons are required. Similarly, people should be hired just to monitor the AI tool in like pilot, right? Aircraft pilot, aeroplane pilot. So everything is automated, but they are skilled enough. If anything goes wrong, they can handle. So similar thing is going to happen in IT. I'll show you my email just to show you. But recently I got call from many good, very good companies. The role that people are asking right now, nowadays is called data science engineer. You can go and Google it. You will find, right? Now, this is a very trending job role. This is the job role, trending job role. Now, what is this job role is all about? There are two terms. One is data science and one is engineer. Now, entire IT industry, if I take, right, there are software engineers, and there are like data people. Data people means they can be data analyst, right? They can be data scientist, right? I am just writing data, which includes machine learning engineer, computer vision scientist, data analyst, data engineer, all the data professional in one side, and software engineer. In software engineer, we have web developers, right? We have DevOps, all of these different people, right? Now, data science engineer is a new role which gives scope to both. Means what? A software engineer can become a data science engineer by learning data science. You already know engineering, right? Software engineer already know engineering. Engineering means what? How to plan, how to code or develop, how to build, how to test, how to deploy. All of these things he already know. He's an engineer, right? Maintaining software already he knows. He needs to learn data science and then he can apply for data science engineer. Now, this category of people, they already know data science. They need to learn engineering. Then only they can apply. And this is the only, mark my words, you can write it. You can write it if you have pen and paper. This is the role which will be present after 2 to 3 years. You will not see data scientist, data engineer, everything is going to be merged, right? This is the role which you will see dominating in the market in next coming 5 to 7 years, right? So data scientist has to learn engineering, engineering people has to learn data science. Data science engineer is a full stack. Means what? That is true. You no need to be expert. You cannot be expert in engineering. I am a data scientist. I might not be expert in engineering, but I should know the basics such that I can ask right questions to the tool to get the answer and verify whether that answer is correct or not. For example, I might not be very expert, but if I invest maybe 5 to 7 days, I can understand Flask. I can ask right questions to ChatGPT, and whatever answers I am getting, I can validate whether that answer is correct or not. At least I can understand what the ChatGPT is returning me, the code. Ability to understand is required, right? For the engineering side. And data science, obviously, you need to have a data science foundation knowledge. Similarly, engineer, let's say many of you are software engineers. You are very expert in maintaining softwares, but you have a very limited knowledge in data science. Now you take machine learning course. Maybe 1 or 2 months you will invest. You understand about deep learning model. Maybe another 1 or 2 months you will invest. After 3 to 4 months, now you ask the right question. Okay, build customer segmentation model using K-means clustering technique. You will get entire code within seconds. You are sure that whatever code it is returning is true, because if your client is asking, you can able to explain them. End-to-end process, understanding the end-to-end process is important in today's world. Coding is not a problem. Everybody in your team will be a very best coder. You check everybody's code. You will see. I am telling my story. Fresher to manager. Everyone code is very nicely organized, packaged, module. lot more, right? Are you getting? Because ChatGPT is writing the code, everyone's code. So coding is not a problem. We already have code assistant. We got our Alexa. We got our Google Home, that is called ChatGPT or LLM models. The coding is not an issue. SQL, any programming, any question you write English and you will get. What is important? What is important nowadays is business thinking, solving business, strategic thinking, idea generation, and end-to-end process. You should know not only building. So all of this, you need to think about a product, any product, right? You should be full stack. Means what? You should plan, you should code, you should build, you should test, you should deploy, and you should kind of orchestration also you should do. So this is called full stack. This is the demand of the market right now. Anybody can become full stack by upgrading themselves. And this is, you become or not, that's a different thing, but this is what the industry is needing. You check, if you thinking I'm telling story, you go to Google, you are free to go to Naukri. Today only you do this. Go to Naukri, go to all the job portals and search for data engineering, data scientist role. Not even a single role you will find without cloud. You will not find without cloud, means maybe AWS or Azure. Everybody will ask you about Spark, big data. Everybody will ask you about Docker or maybe something like ML flow. Why? Because for containerization, for model registry. So these things along with Python, data science and all are the mandatory things nowadays. Okay, so this is the entire thing you need. Are you getting? Now coming back to the curriculum, how it is designed. After thinking so much, what I have done is I have done reverse engineering. The only struggle people have, because information overloaded. You go to YouTube, you will find everything. You go to Udemy, 400, 500 rupees you pay and you will get a complete course. The only thing that you will not get is industry exposure. You understand the concepts, but how to implement that concept? As I said, in today's world, business understanding is the most critical thing, right? Like you understood linear regression, you will get hundreds of videos, you will understand. But if you cannot tell the interviewer where linear regression you will implement, you will be rejected. Entire interview process will be on your real-time project. Your entire interview process will be on real-time project. So projects or practical knowledge is something which is lacking in every course. So this is a reverse engineering. Means what? Entire course I have divided into three parts. Entire course I have divided into three parts. The first part, give me 1 minute. Yeah. So if you look at the complete industry, right? So this is what is trending right now. So the entire course is divided into four parts. The first part is nothing but prerequisite. Means what? This is not exactly data science, but these are required skill set to understand the concept, right? The first thing is Python, right? You need a language because everything, whatever you will code is on Python. The second thing is a database. I'm assuming you already know SQL, so I'm going to share maybe SQL videos, my recorded sessions, but Python will be live class. Second thing is visualization. It's a very important part. So two things, one is paid and one is open source. So we will be discussing one called Plotly, which is open source, and one is called Power BI, which is nothing but paid one. Different company uses different thing, but visualization is very, very important technique. All of your projects without dashboards or without, everything is finding insights from data. So how you will present your results to your client. So charts and graphs are very important part of any data field. So visualization plays a very important role. Along with that, there is a complementary course on GitHub. Why? GitHub is very much needed for version control. So when we go and deploy our code, GitHub knowledge is very important, Git and GitHub. So these things are kind of module 1, you can consider this as prerequisite, right? What is there in the module 2? In the module 2, or basically the second part, real course will start, that is machine learning. Machine learning is very vast. Everything in data science is very vast. This is not a course where I will stretch it for 6 months, 1 year. That really does not help you in long run. It is to the point, organized, whatever necessary, we will cover that. The goal is within 6 months, you will be job ready, right? So in machine learning, the approach is, I'll talk about the approach, but we have different bunches, a bunch of algorithm. We will complete all of those in machine learning. This is the second pillar. And the third pillar is nothing but deployment. Right? This is called ML Ops. So one is machine learning. You learn machine learning. And the third pillar is machine learning in operations. So the third pillar is the trending topic right now, right? And in this, we will have ML Flow. What is ML Flow? It is an open source package which will help you for model registry, model tracking, right? There are a lot of drifts which will happen once you deploy your model, concept drift, data drift. So how to identify if the model is not performing well, how to understand why it is not performing well. So ML Ops is a completely different domain, but it is very much essential, mostly deployment part. We will also talk about Docker, so containerization. If you want to deploy your code in cloud, so you can containerize it, right? And then you can deploy it. We will also discuss about AWS, one cloud platform where we can deploy. So we will go to ML, we will build our model, we will test our model, and then we will register our model, we will track our model, we will apply version control using Git. We will containerize, packaged our model using Docker. We will go to AWS and we will deploy it. So that is the entire flow. Finally, there is something called advanced topic. Advanced means what? These are just, honestly, till here it is very in-depth. Advanced is just the path to the next. It is not that much necessary, but good for interview. Like whatever is required for interview clearing, that much I will be covering. Some basic understanding about NLP you will have, and deep learning, neural networks, right? We will discuss about deep learning, NLP. Obviously, everything is project based, and generative AI. So generative AI, I will be talking about LLM models, large language models. So these are the advanced topics, right? So there are 4 parts. Let me repeat. One is the prerequisite part, machine learning part, MLOps part, and advanced part. So out of 30 or 20 or whatever student strength, I am assuming 50% of you already know this. 50% or maybe 30-40% already know this, because Python is so common. And most of you will feel like it is boring, the initial module. Having said that, it is a very good, if you know also, it is a very good thing to refresh your knowledge or revise, right? Python will be little quick, little faster, right? Because I believe everybody already know Python, so I will be little fast, but visualization, Git and GitHub, it will be beneficial. So we will go very in depth about Plotly. In Python also we will cover pandas and numpy. These are the modules which are helpful for data manipulation. So these are the topics in the module 1. In machine learning, we have different topics like linear regression, random forest, XGBoost, right? Different machine learning models, ML flow, all of these topics, and then advanced. How we will cover all of these things in just 2.5 months? That's a question all of you have. And the answer to that is through project, right? So in the project one, after module 1 is completed, because some basic understanding is needed. So Python, if you don't know, you will not understand anything that I'm coding. So obviously day 1, I cannot start project. So I have to cover Python. I have to cover pandas. I have to cover NumPy. I have to cover GitHub or Git and Plotly. So once GitHub, maybe recorded session you will get. Plotly and Power BI, till this much is prerequisite. Once I cover this much, entire module 2 onwards, it is all project based learning. I don't believe in this theoretical training, because as I said, I have 30 plus batches I have completed. Only one struggle student has, they don't know how to implement the concept. They are getting the concept that I'm teaching, but they don't know how to use it in business. Everything is project based. So once we complete the module 1, right, our project 1 will start, right? So the project 1 is a banking project, right? So it's nothing but target marketing. The first project is target marketing. So we will collect data and entire data science life cycle we will implement. We will collect data, we will build model using machine learning. So while building model, I will explain the theory part also. From project, we will learn everything. So you will see the data is messy. You will understand how to clean the data, how to delete the outliers, right? Remove the outliers. Missing values will be there. How to remove the missing values or how to treat the missing values. Sometimes you will see the model is not performing well, no matter what you are doing. Then you will understand the reason behind machine learning model not working. So when you apply the concepts in real-time data, you will see a completely different story. And one by one, we will correct it. You will understand in real time how we will validate the model, right? What is cross validation? Like what are the parameters on which our model will be tested, right? All of these things we will learn in one project called target marketing project. This is a very real time. I have done it recently in my current organization because we are I cannot reveal, but we have a lot of customers, almost like 75 crores Indians or 80 crores Indians data we have, right? So target marketing is one of the uh, like project that is very much we are into. So based on that, my knowledge in my industry, so I'm going to share that project obviously on public data set, but the concepts will be very much real time oriented. This project will teach you everything. So machine learning 2 to 3. So like all the algorithms you will implement, build the model, test the model, and then we will Dockerize the model using Docker, containerize, right? ML flow we will implement in AWS. Then the project 2 will start, right? In the project 2, it will be LLM project because every one of you have to mention the term LLM because it is trending. So you have to do one project. So LLM is very complicated topic. The theory or maths, if you want to understand it, needs a lot of expert knowledge, right? Having said that, we will understand LLM from a project perspective. So there is something called LangChain. Using LangChain, we will create prompt engineering. Using prompt engineering workflow, we will create one project. We will build our own bot, right? So it's like a chat board kind of thing we will do. Or there is one more project. Yeah, maybe a bot we can prepare. But this bot is not a chat GPT. This is OpenAI chat GPT trained with your data. Trained with your data. So it can answer your questions based specific to your data. So whatever data you're feeding, that chat GPT that we are going to build in project 2 is very specific to your data that you are using. So that's the project 2, which is an advanced project where we will implement two things, deep learning, and also we will implement NLP, and we will implement generative AI. So all of this advanced, and you are thinking only 2 projects, but this 2 project, every project will take 1 month because it is end to end. Because it is end to end. So every project will be 1 month. And in this 1 month, we will plan the project, we will build the project, we will test the project, unit testing, how to write your code in a package module format. We will understand object-oriented programming in Python, how to Dockerize, we will understand ML flow, we will understand Docker, and then we will understand AWS, deploy. Similarly, project 2 will teach you a lot of things. You will understand what is NLP, text data mostly, how to handle text data, how to handle deep learning, how to write a code, what is Keras, what is TensorFlow. And again, how to create an API from OpenAI and how to use APIs, how to create LangChain models, right? After this 2 project, right? 2 projects I will give you as complimentary, right? 2 projects I will give you as complimentary and which you can easily understand with recordings. I have recordings. So total 4 projects, 2 projects we will do live and 2 projects you will get recordings. And all the 4 projects are from different industry, right? This is the entire plan. So this is a complete project based training. I don't believe in, yes, theory is very important. Having said that, are we compromising on the concepts? Obviously, like definitely not. It's when it comes to linear regression, when it comes to any machine learning, we will go to very deep into it. We will understand the maths. Uh, Again, we will come back to the project. We will implement it. We will look at it from a business point of view. We will understand how we can explain the results to the client. Right? What is the meaning of the output? Sometimes if the model is not working, most of the time it will not work in real time, right? In the courses, they will show you very nice picture, but 90% of the time, model will not work in real time. Now, you have to explain why it is not working. right? So those kind of thing we will discuss in this 2 project. So entire course I'm summarizing in 2 projects. Every project will take one month. Having said that, once you complete this project, n number of projects you can do yourself, because end to end, starting from planning to deployment, only people who are working in product based company will have opportunity. I'm so lucky to see this end to end, right? Getting opportunity from your organization to see products end to end, it's so good thing, right? Because I have worked in General Electric, I have worked in different organization. We have our own products. We are the manufacturer. You know, General Electric. They are into aviation, jet engines, everything. Lot of things, X-ray machines. Lot of things we manufacture. So we sell things to customer, and we also digital solution we are providing. So end to end, I have seen there. So based on my knowledge, I'm just sharing whatever I got it from my industry experience. So this is the entire curriculum. I mean, you can go through the syllabus, but it is useless. This is the path that we are going to follow. Initial 15 to 20 days, we will just complete the module 1, right? Which is the prerequisite. But once the module 1 is done, we will jump into project. So every day it is a project class, right? We will take a data set and we will do. So I have a very nice method of teaching. So what I will do is, I will write down questions and we will solve those questions. While solving those questions, we will complete the project. Are you getting? Every day, for example, this is the data set. The question is, let's say sales data. What all are the drivers which is impacting sales? This question we are going to answer. And this is exactly going to happen in your industry. Your manager, your VP, your director, or whoever it is, your CEO is not at all interested whether you have implemented linear regression or XGBoost. What he is interested in, okay, this sales growth is 20% more. You are predicting 20% more in 2024. Why? Why I should believe your result? What are the driving factor? Which all drivers are impacting these cells, right? Are you getting? So this kind of questions they will ask you in real time. So we are going to answer 20-30 questions in project 1 and 10-15 questions in project 2, right? So this is the whole goal of kind of teaching this entire thing into 4 modules. I'll pause here and take your questions. If you have any doubts, you can ask me. Okay, any doubts?
Hi, Sasmitha.
Hey, hi.
Evening. I'm Debidat. So currently, I'm working as a DevOps engineer. Okay. So to know, MLOps is a complete different, in data science field, MLOps is a separate domain like DevOps, or data science, data engineer only they are doing currently.
See, nowadays data engineer only doing ML ops, but as I said, right? See, yeah. So nowadays data. So there is okay. So let me tell you the other name of ML ops. You are correct. So ML ops is equals to data engineering in today's world. So the data engineers, DevOps is different, right? Though many things are same, but DevOps is different and MLOps is different. I'll tell you why. DevOps means you are maintaining a software end to end. MLOps means, yes, you are maintaining a product or software end to end, but it is a machine learning product or basically data science, data analytics product. So are you getting? So for example, you have built a website. Tell me, is the website performance is going down over time? Will it happen? Tell me. Will the web, I mean performance in the sense, are you predicting something? No, right? But
No,
in
no,
this
no,
case,
nothing.
there are some more challenges are there. 99%, not even 100, sorry, not even 90, 99 or maybe more than 95% of the softwares, or software in the sense machine learning softwares that you will deploy today will decay, will have performance issue over time. Who will handle it? Obviously, who you and the maintenance team both are responsible, right? So I'll tell you, there is one more step in real time. Because lack of time we are not able to do it, but if you really ask me, there is something called retraining. It's not so simple. So one time you deploy it, entire process, are you getting? Planning is done, but coding, testing, deploying, orchestration, repeat. code, test, deploy, orchestration, repeat. So this is a cycle. Every scheduled time, you need to retrain your model with the fresh data. You need to check the accuracy. Maybe a threshold you can set 80%. If it is 80% done, less than 80%, again you need to retrain with the fresh data. After retraining also, the model is not working. Using ML flow, you need to answer why the model is not working, or may not be ML flow, but any other tool where you can understand whether the concept is changed or the data quality is changed. I'll give you one example. You have predicted sales for 2020, 2020, let's say, using 2019 data. Now, 2020 Corona happened. Do you think whatever you have predicted will be correct? No, right? The performance will decay, obviously. Is it your fault? The performance is decaying, but is it your fault? Tell me. As a data scientist, is it your fault? No. Tell me whose fault it is. Whose fault it is? Data's fault, isn't it? Because the data, I mean, are you getting the cells drastically reduced because of an external factor? It's not because you have written some wrong code. Are you getting? So, but this is very known factor. There are a lot of hidden factors in real time, right? This is known to everyone because Corona happened, but there are a lot of unknown factors which will cause decay in the model. And as a data scientist, it is your responsibility to explain why the model is not performing. Otherwise, what will happen? Let's say if you cannot explain, what will happen? I am the VP. I don't know so much technical things. I gave you money. You are manager of data science team. You build a product, you sell it to me, and it is not working. So whom I will blame? Can I accept my data is bad, or I will simply blame your data science team is not good? Tell me. Whom I will blame? What is easier for me to blame? Should I blame my data, or should I blame you? Obviously, data science team. But is it the data science team's fault? Most of the time, no. It is a data fault. 2019, the data quality was good. Based on that, I trained my model. 2020, I have predicted. Now, 2020, that the data that you have given is bad quality and it is completely different. So model that whatever I have predicted or something happened, right? So data completely changed. Obviously, model is changed. So that is called drift. So you need to understand the cause of drift. Some drifts are because of concept. Some drifts are because of maybe data. Are you getting? I'll give you a real-time example which you can relate. Let's say Paytm, everyone who is recharging through Paytm, they are charging 2 rupees today. Okay. Now, I have predicted based on past data, I have predicted next month I will get 1 million customer who will come to my platform for recharge. Now, based on that, in the next month, what the business has observed, not 1 million, but only, let's say, 500,000 people came to the platform, right? You have predicted 1 million, but 50% only came, right? Your model is wrong. Now, I will ask you why your model prediction goes wrong. Why? Now, what you need to do, not only Paytm data, you need to see entire competitors' data also you need to analyze, right? Maybe what is happening is after my prediction, PhonePe released a new scheme where they're not charging at all. Not 2 rupees, 0 rupees. All the customer, where they will go? To PhonePe, right? So your sales dropped, right? Not because of data science, because of data. Riveting. Because of external factors. So this is what happening in real time. So it is so easy to figure out why the model is not behaving. You can see the distribution. You can see a lot of statistical measures are there. It is too much if I tell you everything in the demo session, first demo class. But what I'm trying to tell you is nobody is blaming you until you're not able to prove. But if you're not able to prove why the model is not working, everybody will start blaming you. You have to take the blame. So in real time, ML ops is so important nowadays. As a data scientist, this is a mandatory thing to know. And tell me one thing, do you think a data engineer is so expert to do ML ops for you? Obviously no, right? They know Docker, they know AWS. Can they find out why the model is not performing well? Can they understand concept drift, data drift, and all that? No. Are you getting? But if the data engineer will become data scientist, they can explain, or a data scientist will become data engineer, they can explain. Are you getting? Now, what I'm trying to tell you is both is important, isn't it? Can you leave one of it? Can you be surviving in the market without MLOps in today's world? My answer is no. Similarly, are you getting? With MLOps, you can survive. Only with MLOps, you can survive because data engineering jobs are there. But only with ML, you cannot survive. Mark my words, only with machine learning, you cannot survive today. You have to know engineering. And I'm facing it. Everyone, all the data scientists are facing it. They are answerable why their model is not working in real time. So they should know MLOps. It's a mandatory thing. You have built the product, so you should operationalize it, isn't it? If somebody else will operationalize your product, it's like, are you getting? So quality will be compromised in that case, right? So, I mean, there is a reward. Don't think, okay, I'm learning so much. There is a reward of your learning. If you know MLOps and ML both, you are irreplaceable in market. Companies will run after you. You will not believe how much salary you can get, like 80, 90, 100, whatever. Doesn't matter your experience. I have seen my own case where my experience was not even matching. They're asking 10 years, 12 years. I have just 7 years, 8. They have lot of changes. Company will change their rule to hire you because getting a resource who is full stack is very difficult. And you will get your reward if you learn ML and ML ops both. You will get your reward. You will be very soon get promoted. You will be kind of architect role you can apply for after 5-7 years because you have end-to-end knowledge. Data architect, which is again a very good role. Project manager, data architect, this kind of role you will be offered very soon, right? So
Sasmitha, I have
yeah.
like personally, I have total 6 years of experience. Okay, so currently I'm working as a DevOps. So after completing the syllabus, so if I join any company, I clear the interview, then I could survive, right? With this knowledge, or how is it?
No, you are already in DevOps, right?
Yes,
So you
DevOps.
see,
So
yeah. So
AWS,
DevOps is
Docker,
a
Kubernetes.
trending, correct. DevOps is a trending domain. There are a lot of opportunities. See, DevOps, MLOps, data engineering,
Correct,
data
correct.
science. These all are trending. I'm not saying DevOps is very good. DevOps is, but if you
Mm.
just know machine learning, I mean, just writing AI will boost your CV like anything, right? If you
Okay, okay.
compete yourself with DevOps, let's say you're applying for a DevOps role, okay?
Mhm.
So all the DevOps, whatever like other people know, you also know. What is different in your CV? Are you getting? So even if,
Mm.
I mean, what I'm trying to tell you is artificial intelligence or ML, basically machine learning, leave about this hi-fi in-depth knowledge in ML and all, but at least basic knowledge. I think this is so common nowadays. It's not any specialized subject, right? So I think knowing machine learning will be so helpful for everyone. Even if you're not becoming a data scientist, even if your goal is not to become a data scientist, I think artificial intelligence knowledge is a mandatory thing to know. And from DevOps, easily you can come to MLOps. Only MLOps, you will get a lot of jobs. And MLOps has more demand than DevOps in terms of salary. Are you getting? So MLOps,
Currently it is trending, so
yes,
that's why
correct. Because ops you already know. Ops, because in DevOps also you're doing ops. So
yeah,
operationalization
yes, yes.
mostly you have no. Now this ML is missing, right? If you learn this ML ops has more salary. In terms of salary, it is more demanded than DevOps. DevOps is saturated. A lot of people are like DevOps engineer nowadays. But person who know, that's what I'm saying. This is a very unique role. A person who knows ops, they don't know ML. A person who knows ML, they don't know ops. A person who know both is highly demanded. Every company, see, why you are building ML models? Tell me, just to see some pilot project or you want to take it to production? Tell me, anything that you're building, ultimate goal is what? Take it to operationalize it, right? Who
Yes,
will
yes.
operationalize? if you will build and you will operationalize, can you imagine the quality of that code? Nowadays, what we were doing, we were building, somebody else is operationalizing. If the model is failing, operationalization team were blaming ML team. ML team is blaming operationalizing team. I mean, ultimately, the project, are you getting? So it's nowhere going. But now the company is demanding, because ChatGPT is there, anybody can write ML code nowadays. See, it's not a big deal. Just ask ChatGPT, give me linear regression code, you will get it. What's the big deal? Writing ML code is not a big deal. Understanding, how much time you need to understand? Spend 15-20 days, 1 month, you will be expert in ML. Understanding the code. That much is needed. You already know ops, you learn ML, and you will become irreplaceable. Right?
Okay. So in that role, like in the ML ops role, ML is like mandatory, right? Like here,
Obviously mandatory, right? The term itself is saying machine learning in operations. So you have a machine learning model, you are operationalizing it. That is the whole story of ML ops. But that is difficult than DevOps, because in DevOps, there is no model which is predicting the future. There is no
yeah,
probability of, are you getting? Here it is more critical, because you have to understand data science also along with operationalizing. So that's why the salary is also more, because very less skill sets. Skilled people are not there. Okay, so now I will answer other questions. Directly learning MLOps is sufficient to work in data science. See, I'll tell you one thing. Directly learning MLOps will not help you, because you are just a data engineer. If you know ops and if you don't know ML, who you are? You are a data engineer. You are not a data science engineer. Right? The synonym for data science engineer is MLOps. Yes, definitely you will get job, no problem. So okay, if your question is only with MLOps can I get a job? Answer is yes. In today's world, you may get a job, but after 4 years, maybe if you look at 2026-27, you might not get a job without ML. Now, a lot of opportunities are there where they're looking only for data engineers. But honestly, I have seen in my team a lot of data engineers. Now they are learning ML like crazy. They are trying to build ML models, because all the time they have operationalized, but they have not understood the code. Now they are so curious to understand the code also, that they are operationalizing. Are you getting? So without ML, blindly, operationalizing the code, not understanding the code will not take you so far. Short answer is you can survive maybe 2-3 years, because there is a trend of data engineers. But after 2-3 years, data science engineer will be the only domain which will stay. Data engineering and data science will be merged into data science engineer. That time again you have to learn machine learning. So there is no escape to machine learning. In short, you have to learn machine learning if you want to go into ML ops. Similarly, if you are in machine learning, you are expert in machine learning, you have to learn ops. Otherwise, anybody like 10 years old kid also can build ML model. What is the specialty about you? Why the company will pay you so much? Are you getting? Coding, yes. So coding is definitely needed. So I know many of you are completely new to Python. Maybe what I can do is initial 2 or 3 weeks, Saturday we will connect only for non-technical people. Classes will be Monday to Friday, but only for non-technical people who are completely beginner. For them, we will connect Saturday, maybe 2 hours. And what is the goal of connecting on Saturdays? In normal class, you might not understand few topics. You can let me know the topic names. I will explain it in a different way, like you will understand, non-technical way. One more thing is practice. If you, let's say, understood everything, Saturday for non-technical people, I will give more questions to practice. So I will make sure that programming barrier is breached. Having said that, you have to, like, because you're completely non-technical, you have to put extra effort learning Python, right? Giving extra hours every day. So 1 hour, 2 hour, you can go to Lead Code. You have a lot of websites. You go to those websites and start practicing questions. Every day, 3 questions. Every day, 5 questions. If you continue for 2 months, every day, one question also, if you are practicing, 60 questions you will practice. As I'm saying, nobody is going to write code. Everything is there, ready-made, available. You are learning Python, you are learning entire thing just to understand the code that you're getting from the AI tools and to fix the bugs. Sometimes hallucination happens. You cannot really trust always the code that you're getting. So you should be expert such that you should able to correct the code if it is wrong. That's the whole agenda. So I think non-technical people, the solution is attend everyday class and also attend Saturday class, where I will help you understand the topics, whatever doubt you can ask. And if everything is cleared also, I will give you some practice problems, selected questions from lit code, which will help you to breeze that gap. But Python is so much important. If you're asking, is it important? Very much important. Okay.
I have question, ma'am.
Yes.
Hello.
Yes, yeah, go ahead.
Yes, Rishita. Actually, I'm in work also. I'm handling that also, and I'm working in KPO, like in the shift. So I just wanted to know if I wanted to share, like I have a 3 years of experience KPO, but I wanted to like determine to change the career. Is a better time? Like, can you do that? Like with WT syllabus?
Sorry, can you come again? You want to change your career, right?
Yes, I'm working as a KPO, like a healthcare sector.
Okay.
Uh, my core
See,
strength is like communication and like that's main thing.
Okay, so are you from non-technical background?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. See, you want to switch into technical, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so first thing is, any technical field you want to switch, there will be a challenge. You need to accept this fact because, as I said, those days are gone where only with Python or Java you will get a job. Those days are gone. Even if you are checking web development or something, it's full stack. People will agree who are there working as DevOps or software engineer, they will agree. Everything is full stack. If you go to web development, that is again a bunch of tools, long list you have to learn. You're coming to data science, you have to learn data science, engineering, lot of things. You're going to cloud again, lot of things. Nowadays, people are asking two clouds, even though they are using only one. In the interview, you will laugh if you look at the JD, Azure, AWS, everything they will mention. But in the company, they will use only AWS, but I don't know. They will mention everything. So are you getting everything you touch? You have to learn a bunch of things if you're coming to technical. This is the challenge you have to face. Second thing you have to accept, it will take time, right? Don't unrealistic expectation you should not take. Like it will take at least, my assumption is 6 months to 1 year of time it will take. Why? Lot of things you have to learn. You are going to learn everything from scratch, right? Learning programming language will take time, learning database will take time, and then advanced tools will take time. So it will take time, right? 6 months to 1 year, it will take time. Number three thing is, what field you should choose, whether you should choose data science, data engineering, artificial intelligence. Okay, so what kind of person you are, you should ask yourself. If you are a person who wants to write a lot of code, you enjoy coding, then you should go for web development, right? That track. But if, or software engineering track or DevOps track. But if you are a person who is completely kind of analytical person who love to play with data, charts, graphs, all of these things excites you more than coding, you are kind of analyzer. You can analyze the data better. So you problem solver, you are from mathematics. Mathematics is something which is a great interest, right? So then you should choose any data field. There is another way also, that is cloud. So in cloud, very less coding you have to write. There are a lot of roles in cloud also. So there are a lot of paths you can, all of these paths are high on demand, right? So web development also a lot of opportunities. Data science is also good. Everything is good. So you have to choose according to your taste. Now, if you're selecting data science engineer, right? Don't worry about coding because only like not like thousands of lines you have to write. Less coding you have to write, but you have to learn a lot of algorithms, a lot of statistical concepts you have to learn, right? So, and demand, I no need to tell, everywhere demand is there. And one more thing I will tell you, and this is a fact, whether you join my course or don't join my course, data science, they do a very strict background check because there is a high demand. right? For the same position, 100 of applications they're getting, they're checking background. Background means what? Their first preference is good tier 1 colleges, or maybe NIT, IITs and all that. If they're not getting, then are you getting? So there is a background check. If you have a lot of gaps in your career, it is, I'm not saying it is impossible, but it is a bit difficult. So accordingly, you can choose. Let's say you are a person who is a middle range, like not so, you have some career gaps, you are from non-technical and all that. So if you still want to enter into data field, start with data analyst. That is the best thing to start, right? And then slowly you can become data scientist or data engineer. Data analyst should be your entry point. For data analyst, you should know Power BI, you should know Python, right? And all of this visualization, SQL, all of these things you should know. AWS. I think this answers your query, right? I told a lot of things, but I think for non-technical people, I answered at once. So you have a lot of career options. If you're coming to technical, be ready to learn a bunch of tools. It's not like 1 or 2 tools, you will get a job. Bunch of tools you need to learn, and the process will be lengthy. 6 months to 1 year, you can target. Every field you choose, there are a lot of jobs. Doesn't matter what field you choose, AI knowledge you should have. At least generative AI knowledge you should have. That is like Python, SQL, you should learn generative AI. Okay, any other question?
What about the time of the class? Would it be in the morning?
9 to 10 every day.
In the evening, right?
Yes. I think that is the most suitable time for everyone, right? I have 2 options. One is 9 to 10 and one is 8:30 to 9:30. So I think 9 to 10 is better because office calls you might have at 8:30. Okay. So I think we are all good. Any questions, any doubt you can answer. Sorry, you can ask me. And
how much experience you could show after this course?
okay, how many years of experience you can show? See, I'll
Because
tell
I am
you, you can
already 6 years in DevOps, like, and software engineering. So in that case, I have to tweak my resume, right? For like if I apply for
No. You are
MLOps.
from DevOps, so you try for MLOps. So basically, DevOps is very relevant, right? So you can showcase 4 years in DevOps and 2 years in MLOps. No need
After
to
this
hide
course.
all your. Yes,
Mhm.
yes.
Okay.
See, I mean, everything is relevant right now. People who are from software engineering background also, if they are applying for data science, no need to hide your experience. Because in data, I told you, right, that the demand is data science engineer. Now that engineer already you are, right? So why you will hide? You should showcase that, highlighting. I mean, out of 6 years, maybe 4 years as software engineer, 2 years as data science. That is more demanded than a person who worked only all the 6 years and know nothing about engineering. Are you getting? People who know nothing about engineering will not get job as a data scientist. Engineering is mandatory. Okay. So if you are an engineer, proud and write it. Don't hide it because that's the requirement right now. Now, from this course, data science is the new thing that you will learn, which you can write maybe recent 2 years. Every time when the interviewer will ask you, what is your role? What is your contribution in the project? You say end to end. That is the thing that they want to hear from you. Individual contributor end to end, starting from model building to deployment. And if you can prove it with one project example and answer all the questions, you are hired. That's as simple as that. Right? End to end is the requirement.
Okay, got it. Yes.
See, ML ops can be, see, all the people who are in DevOps, so they already know the ops. If you want to increase your salary, you need to learn the ML part and then you can come to ML ops. Are you getting? Having said that, you will understand the process end to end, whatever you are doing in DevOps. Machine learning models are different. So when you enter into ML ops, you will see a lot of things are new, which you need to learn. Doesn't matter, as I said, I'm repeatedly telling the same thing. If you are an engineer already in a field where you are doing software engineering, that is very much valid. That is a requirement. As I'm telling you from I am a data scientist. I had a very limited knowledge about software engineering prior to 2023. After the requirements, since like January till today, like I am I'm learning engineering right now. Day and night I am learning. Are you getting? I have taken a challenge in my company to build a website. I'm not a fool. I want to take that challenge because building a machine learning model using ChatGPT is 5 minutes job. Anybody can do it. What is the specialty about me? I can build a machine learning model. Also, I can deploy it. That is my specialty. So deployment means you need to learn AWS, you need to learn Docker, you need to learn a lot of things like CI/CD pipelines maybe, but that is not so much important in MLOps. ML flow. So are you getting? So every data scientist are learning engineering right now. Now people who are from engineering background, you are lucky. You already know engineering. Just learn machine learning and you will be equivalent to us. We both will compete. Are you getting?
Yes, yes. So for here for ML Flow, any tools you are like here you are Jenkins, Docker, Kubernetes, you are that flow you are using with AWS.
Yes.
So here any tool or it is like which tool
No.
you are using?
Tools. MLOps is all about tools only, right? ML is the
Correct.
only concept. Rest all are tools. So we will
Okay.
be using 7 to 8 tools. I will give you a complete point-wise syllabus tomorrow, right? So
Okay.
what
Okay.
tools and what all are the topics inside the tool, everything will be so transparent. Tomorrow, I will share it with you. So yes, entire operationalization is all tool-based. So ML Flow is a tool, Docker is a tool, AWS SageMaker we will use, that is a tool. So a lot of tools like this we will use. Kubernetes I have not implemented, but I mean, if you want that also, if you have a lot of, that's a next level. So I will explain all the tools that we are going to cover in detail way. In the syllabus, it will be mentioned.
Okay. Okay.
Yes. So Python is very generic. Everybody should know. Python data science and ML ops is nothing but you can say ops because ML you already know. Python data science and how to deploy. See, according to me, I don't use very hi-fi terms. ML ops is nothing but you have built a machine learning model. Now you will take it to production level. That is called ML ops, nothing else, right? So how to work on the orchestration part, monitoring of the tool, ML model, right? If there is any kind of log tracking, so errors you need to retrain your model. So all of these things are called ML ops. Again, ML ops itself is very vast. I just want to set a realistic expectation. ML ops itself is so vast. Thousands of tools are there. For everything, you have bunch of options. Why it is difficult? Because whatever you want to do, for example, cloud, you have 3 options. Which one to choose? For containerization, Docker is there, but for everything you have multiple options. ML ops is again a never-ending subject, but in this syllabus we will learn ML ops so that you can showcase 2 to 3 year experience level, and it's a complete end-to-end model you can explain in the project. When you are explaining a project to your interviewer, 100% mandatory question they will ask: who deployed your model, where you have deployed and who deployed. If you say I have not deployed, data engineering team has deployed, most of the time you will be rejected. But if you say I have deployed my own model, next question is where you have deployed, how you have deployed. If you are able to answer with confidence and if you are able to answer the questions that the interviewer is asking, right, then your interview will be cleared. So this course will give you that confidence, right? You will get very few instructor also who can teach you. That's the problem. People are from ops background, they don't know ML. People are from ML background, they don't know ops. As I'm saying, I'm lucky enough to join a startup where we are everything end to end. Also in G, it's a product based company. So we deploy everything. We have our AWS deployment, everything end to end we do. That's the only learning. Otherwise, without real time, it's very difficult to know end to end, right? Okay, so this is all about the curriculum. I will share with
One more
already.
question. Hello.
Yeah.
If you don't know Python, we can join this course actually.
See, I will be honest, it will be little stressful for you because you can join the course, you will understand. But Python, you have to give extra hours to learn, right? As I'm saying, Saturday, I will put some 1 or 2 hour extra just to make sure you're understanding the Python concept, basically for non-technical people. So 5 to 6 hour extra I will give to non-technical people to make sure Python you are getting. Python itself is vast, and I will tell you the concepts of Python which will help you to do this MLOps. Means what you need: pandas, numpy, core Python, and oops concept, because you have to write your code in a package way, module way. So how to write your classes, how to, so do those concepts. So easily you can write your machine learning model in a very expert Python, as a very expert Python programmer. Till that level, I will take you. Having said that, a lot of modules are not necessary. I will skip those modules, and if you want, you can learn it maybe later, right?
And this is how many months course?
This is approximately 2.5 months, 2 to 2.5 months course. Yeah.
Okay. Daily 1 hour, right?
Daily 1 hour. Yes.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah, hello.
So
I'm having one question, Sasmitha.
yes.
Yeah, after completion of this course, like if I learn very well this course, then what will be my knowledge level regarding the AI? Like I will be getting the basic knowledge, or I will be good in this AI, or I'll become an expert in the AI. Like
See,
this syllabus and
expert, I am
everything.
also correct. I am also not expert. Nobody is expert in this domain. Nobody can be expert. Very difficult to call yourself expert. Looking at the situation where every 2 months one tool is changing, right? So everyone is just catching up with the trend. So everyone is a learner only. How much? This is a good question. It's a basically beginner to intermediate level you can expect from this course. And this course is not to kind of, this course will show you the path, right? After completing this course, you will be so clear what to learn, how much to learn, and what to skip, so that your learning process will be faster. Having said that, apart from this course, you have to put a lot of extra hours, you have to go a lot of other resources, you have to do similar kind of projects to make yourself expert. That is your responsibility, to make yourself expert. What is my responsibility? My responsibility is to show you path. Means what? And also to make you understand how much is needed to clear interviews, 2 to 4 year level of knowledge, experience level, right? So for example, let's say you're applying for a data science engineer position. So this course is for data science engineer. This course is for data science engineer position, right? You can easily apply for data analyst with this course. You can easily apply for data scientist. For ML ops, yes, you can apply for ML ops also, but maybe few more detailed things like Kubernetes and all you need to learn. Having said that, 90% of the ML ops will be covered, right? So I think the benefit of this course is within 3 months, you could have gained the same knowledge without joining my course also using YouTube, Udemy. I have trained myself on ML ops. Myself, I am a self learner, right? I have not taken any ML ops course. 2022, I did not know anything about ops. In 2023 October, I have already deployed 5-6 models. So I have not taken any course from anywhere. I have learned myself, but it took 1.5 years. Are you getting? And with industry knowledge, I have real-time data, right, to play with. Are you getting? Whatever I'm learning from YouTube or Udemy, I'm going to my company and I have data I'm implementing. Like that, I have learned. So you can also learn that way, but it will take 1.5 years. Whereas this, using this course, you can short that duration to maybe 6 months. So 1 year of time I can say. That's what, because I have invested that time to, okay, I have learned 5 tools. Then only I knew, right, this tool is best. So I'll show you the path in which you have to go. Going in that path is your job. And whatever you have learned today may not be valid after 2 years. Maybe you have to learn some new tools, because ML ops is all about tools, and tools are very fast. They are changing. Everybody will agree with it, isn't it? People who are working in DevOps, is it like one tool you can use for years? Is it true? Or you have to upgrade? Tell me. From DevOps, tell me. MLOps is similar to DevOps only, right? So tools will change over years. So you have to upgrade maybe in 2-3 years. You have to upgrade yourself with the latest tools. Having said that, if you know the process, easily you can upgrade. Certificate, who cares about certificate? Nobody cares. I mean, where you will show that certificate? Nobody cares about my full-time degree. So who will care about your institute certificate? Honestly, it is not zero value, right? Data science, I mean, there are some values for cloud certificates from AWS, Azure and all, but institute certificates, I mean, nobody asks also. So do forget about certificate. Knowledge is important. Real-time experience is what they will look for, and full-time degree if you have, right? Institute certificate doesn't matter whether you are having a certificate from ABC, XYZ. I mean, many people will not be knowing that institute also, right? Maybe the person manager who is taking your interview from US, will he be knowing Durga Soft, Nourish IT, all this institute? Tell me, yes or no? Obviously no. But that person will be knowing full-time degree. So certificate, forget about certificate, okay? No certificate has any value. Okay. Web scraping, resume parsing. Web scraping, resume parsing is a kind of, you can say, it's a part of NLP, web scraping. But in the LangChain project, we'll not parse the data. We already have text data. But we will do a similar project. Basically, we will build a document boat. Means what? We will feed the model 50,000, 60,000 text documents, or maybe 5,000, 10,000 text documents. It's a kind of your own text data. And I will ask questions to the model and the model will answer me. Question answer boat we will prepare. We will assume we have already text data available. We are not going to scrap it. So to answer you, web scrapping is not included. But if you want, I have recording of previous batches I can share.
Hello, madam.
Yeah.
First of all, thank you, madam, for coming up with the unique course, because like ML, artificial intelligence, and ML apps both you are including. Thank you. I'm really interested for enrolling the course. Ma'am, I have few doubts basically. So after completing this course, what kind of roles that we can apply for?
See, you can apply for data engineering, data scientist, data science engineer, data analyst, machine learning engineer. All of these roles you can apply for.
ML ops engineer, something like.
Yes, ML ops, you can apply for ML ops, you can apply for machine learning engineer, right? You can apply for data scientist, you can apply for data engineer. Okay, for data engineer, one additional thing you have to learn, which is not there, honestly, I'm speaking, that is big data. Spark. If you want, I can share my previous batch recording, but Spark will be necessary thing. In this entire syllabus, only thing which is missing is Spark, big data, right? But that is available in recorded form if you want. If you learn big data, right? I mean, you can apply for data engineering positions also with this course. Data engineering, you can apply. Data scientist, you can apply. Data analyst, you can apply. Machine learning engineer, you can apply. ML ops, you can apply.
Okay.
Data science engineer also, you can apply.
Yeah, other question, ma'am. Like you mentioned, like you're going to deal with the like in-depth ML topics and that. So
Yes.
like how many months, like how many days that you are going to spend on ML part, ma'am? Because like there are a lot of mathematical concepts are involved, and like I was individually learning, ma'am. Basically, I was just looking into the Andrews lectures and also Stanford. So there the conventions are different, and other people the following the conventions are completely whole different. I was kind of confusing like which approach that I need to follow, and the practical implementation part that when I go there, and I will kind of confusing like the mathematics that they are actually dealing with, their conventions that they are following.
Yeah. Yes. So, how much in depth? Let me show you some of my notes, which will give you some context. It is very in depth. Let me show you linear regression. Right? Just one second. What is that? I forgot. If I don't have here, I will have my this thing.
Yeah, no problem.
I'll show you, no problem. I'll share you the notes. It is very in depth, right? So the mathematical part is very in depth. Let me just open it so that I can show you.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. So this is my regression notes, right? And entire derivation and everything. So you can see it is.
We're not able to see your screen.
Is it? Okay.
Screen, I mean, like that teaching slide is there, not notes.
Got it. Okay. I'm just sharing my screen. Yeah. So this is the regression note that I'm showing you. Okay. So I know that for regression, derivative concept is needed. So first I have explained you derivative. You have understood derivative always. What is the derivative of dA square by
like
dA? 2a.
basic knowledge I have, ma'am. Like
Correct. So what I'm trying to do here is trying to make the mathematics part super simple so that everybody will understand. And you can see from this note, it is very in-depth, obviously the mathematical part. And as I said, there is a project. So we will not only focus on mathematics, we'll also focus on implementation part of this algorithm. So my approach is so far this is my first batch where I'm taking this approach because a lot of students came back to me with the same request. Can you take one-to-one batch for project? We are applying, but we are rejected because real-time experience. They're asking projects we're not able to explain. So theoretical knowledge, they're very good, but they really don't know. Okay, they understood linear regression. But if I will ask you one problem, they're not able to explain using linear regression. Are you getting? Implementation side is lacking. So this is reverse engineering. So we will build the model, and while building the model, we will answer some business questions. And then to solve those business questions, we'll come here and understand the maths. And today I'm telling you in the demo session, again, you can see in the class if you're enrolling, this entire note, right? 10 pages note, I will deliver in 4 hours, 3 to 4 hours. And 100% you will understand. Why? Because this is my 30 number batch. And second thing is how you are delivering, how much you are, like the way of teaching is important, right? So this is not very hi-fi maths. These are simple kind of derivatives and all. If you are not understanding also, see, 100% I will, if in a batch of 30, it never happened all the 30 will understand. But if the more than 20 people are understanding means I am correctly delivering. Rest 10%, 10 people who are not understanding, I'm not blaming them. There is a solution. I'll provide a solution to them. What? I'll tell them to read derivative first and then come to the class. I'll maybe share some resources. Are you getting? The fundamental thing is derivative. If that is not so clear, I will help them. I'll tell them from where they can learn the basics. And again, I will maybe clarify their doubts. After that, also 2 to 3 people will not understand. So that is always will be there. But what I'm trying to tell you is the math is very, whatever is needed. Andrew NG, I really appreciate, he is the guru of machine learning. There is no doubt about it. But honestly, the complexity is so much, beginners cannot understand. And that is not needed also. We are not here to do PhD, right? We are here to solve problems. We should know how to solve. I mean, the output we should able to interpret. That is the whole goal. Linear regression you have implemented. What is important? Important is 1 unit change in X is 3 unit change in Y. That is called derivative. So if your cells increases, if your driver increases 1 unit, your cells will increase 3 unit. That is what is business goal. Are you getting? Nobody is interested in your mathematical derivation. The insights that you're getting from the algorithms are important. So there is a way that you should learn. It's not like everything you should pen and are you getting? So that is what we will do in the project class. So it's more on the business side rather than a what I can say that rather than a
got it.
kind of class.
Yeah, got it.
Right?
Ma'am, one more thing, like I wanted to specifically ask, again, same question only, but in different way. Ma'am, suppose let's say I was entering into the interview room and the interview person is asking the linear regression in a geometrical perspective. So I was answering that. But suppose let's say some other person, other interviewer asking me a linear regression in probabilistic perspective. So
nobody will ask like that. I'll tell you the trend. People are more interested in solving business. If that person is asking like that, he might not be a good leader. if I'm a leader, I'm taking interview every day. I'm saying what I'm really interested is your business strategic thinking, analytical thinking. I'll tell you the interview pattern is they'll give you a problem and tell you to solve. And I mean, you are free to use any algorithm. It's not guaranteed. Always we try 50-60 machine learning algorithm. Everything is auto ML. We don't even code. We just use some package, 50-60 algorithm it will test, and best algorithm it will give. Nobody really cares nowadays. So I mean, that days were there in 2016-17 when I was giving interview. They used to ask me what is K in, K means, what is gradient descent, all of those things. Nowadays also they will ask, but first, second, third round, like first 1 or 2 round, they will grill you only on projects. That is what is the trend. Are you able to? And they will ask you a lot of real time things. Everything I cannot tell you in the demo, but when you
Yeah,
enroll, I
I
will
can
tell you
understand. Yeah.
real time things. A person who has worked in the project can only answer. That is more difficult. What is K in K means? They know you have chat GPT, you have phone, you have other screen, you can copy, paste, and answer. But real time question, from where you will get answer? Nowhere. Chat GPT also cannot give. So those kind of, that is the trend, right? So without project, you cannot clear interviews. Doesn't matter what theoretical knowledge you have. If you have not practiced project, at least 7 to 8 projects, you cannot crack. That is for sure. That's the reason this way I have invented, right? So reverse way. So more on that we will discuss. So yes, models are really important. Maths are also important, but it's an end-to-end kind of thing where only like complete 1 month we will dedicate. 2 months, 2 project. So you can understand how depth we are going. The projects are very much real-time oriented. So if you go to industry, you will remember me exactly same code you can copy paste from day one. Only data set you can change. Repeating, if it is a same problem, semi-structured data or something like that, same code, because there is nothing beyond it. Everything we will discuss end to end.
Yeah. Okay, ma'am. A few other questions I'll ask.
I'll
Ma'am,
take other question maybe tomorrow. It is too late. And yeah, I will take your last question. Anyone wants to ask anything? We are all good, right? Tomorrow I will take questions because it's too late. I will log out right now. Let's continue tomorrow for any questions, right?
okay.
Certificate you can mention. You see more than certificate. Go for GitHub. Show all your work in GitHub accounts. That has more value, right? Yes, yes. So everything is live. Nothing is recorded. Only maybe Power BI or sorry, GitHub will be recorded. Rest all is live. Power BI and GitHub is recorded. Rest all is live. Okay. So deployment is live. Mlops is live. Okay. Thank you, everyone. We'll connect tomorrow. We will continue. If you have any more questions, maybe tomorrow we will connect. Day after tomorrow onwards, we will start with simple things like installation and all. Right. And after Diwali, basically next Monday onwards, we will officially start. But before Diwali, I'll make sure all your system requirements like software installation, ID, we're going to use VS Code for this and Jupyter Lab. So I'll give you a very quick overview about both of that if you are new. So you will feel comfortable, right? Okay, thank you, everyone. Hi, everyone. Good evening.
Hi, good evening, Sasmitha.
We will, I think many of you already attended yesterday's demo class, right? Today, let me share my screen. So if you have any queries, you can ask maybe initial few minutes, and then we will start with the curriculum, right? Before I start, I just want to quickly again share the course syllabus. Just 1 second. I think it is already there in the website. You can go and check. So it starts with, already I summarized yesterday, 4 modules. Python, and then we have Power BI. Instead of Tableau, it is Power BI, Plotly. We have machine learning, and then we have deep learning, NLP, followed by project. So I already discussed, I think one project, if you want me to share the project details. So one project is from machine learning side, and one project will be from deep learning and NLP side, right? So from the deep learning and NLP side, we can build a query port using large language models. This is just an example, but